Here I'm just making some scrunchies, and I have that little tool, the bodkin tool, to put the elastic in. I like to do it a little bit differently. I know some people turn the tube right side out before they put the elastic in, but I think it's easier to put the elastic in and sew it together, because I sew my elastic together when the tube is still inside out. And sewing the elastic together makes it a lot stronger. I know a lot of people tie their elastic, and I see them doing quality check videos and their elastic snaps, but I can't snap this elastic when I sew it. I use a very small stitch. I put it down to 1.0 and go back and forth 4 or 5 times, and it is super strong stitch. Then I turn it inside out or right side out after that. And then I just have that little hole left to stitch up. And I try to make the hole as small as I can because I don't want the seam to be shown. And I also sew that hole closed in the very small stitch, the 1.0 stitch, so it's a lot less visible. And then I just cut the little threads off when I'm done with that, and the scrunchie is complete. So I finally found a great place to take my product photos. I was taking them outside and on the porch, but I just got too many shadows and it did not look good. So I found this spot here in my craft room. In the early morning it looks good, and then around 4 p.m. the light looks good. So yeah, I just put this backdrop here, and I have to move my sewing machine off the desk, and the photos have been coming out great so far. I edit them just a little bit, but before when I had so many shadows in the sun, I tried to edit it and it just looked bad. Too washed out because I was trying to get rid of the shadows and brighten it too much. But yeah, here are some of my satin scrunchies and the 3 different sizes. We found this adorable cafe in the middle of a neighborhood. They had a couple restaurants right in the neighborhood, and it was super cute, and the food was so good. And after we ate, my little one was begging for a piece of blue cake. It turned out it was almond, and we got some, and it was some of the best cake I've ever had.
Oh my goodness, dude. Are you gonna eat all of that? You're gonna eat all of that?
Good morning, guys. So I just dropped my little one off at daycare, and now I'm going to actually work on making some headbands, like the stretchy headbands that you can wear. I've never made one before. This is the first time I'm making one, and I do have my serger with me. So I have my sewing machine and my serger. I use this serger to sew swimwear because it gives you that stretchy stitch, and I know some people just sew these with a regular sewing machine or like a zigzag stitch, but sewing it with a serger would be a lot stronger and you can stretch it a lot easier. So that's what I'm going to do. I watched a few YouTube videos to find out the measurements. So I think this one is 8 by 22. I'm going to test that first and see how it fits and go from there. Some of the others were only 18 inches long, 20 inches long. So I'm not really sure what my head size is, but since it's super stretchy, I mean, you want it to be a little snug because you don't want it falling off, especially like if you wear it. A lot of people wear them in the hospital, like nurses and OR techs and stuff, to keep their hair back, and you definitely don't want it falling off. So that's what I'm going to work on right now, testing this out, and I will show you guys the finished product. All right, I actually decided to change the measurements. I fitted around my head and it just seemed way too big. So I took it down drastically because I know this one will fit my head. I made it 18 inches long instead of 22 inches long. 22 just seemed way too big, so let's sew this, see how it comes out. So you can't really see it, but if you have a surgery, you know, but if you don't, it uses 4 threads, just like the inside of your clothing. So it's really strong and it's really stretchy, the stitches. I haven't used this in a while. Forgot how loud it is, and I'm used to having a thread cutter, so I was like, oh yeah, I can't cut my threads, but that looks good. And then we do this. And then we line it up and go like that. Like I said, this is the first time I've made one of these. Let's see how my serger does with that thick of a cloth. That's pretty thick to put in the machine. See, I keep trying to hit the presser foot to cut the fabric. Alright, it looks like it went through all the layers. Yep. I'm not sure if it's exactly supposed to look like that, because now the seam is down the middle. Yeah, but I think I already messed it up a little bit, because the seam came out down the middle, and I can't turn it this way. And this is kind of bulky here. So I might not serge this area. I might just sew this area, because even though that's really strong, it's really bulky. And I don't know. It's soft, but yeah, I guess I gotta fold it the opposite way. So I probably should have started out with the longer version, because now I'm gonna have to cut this one. So I folded it like this. I guess I gotta fold it like this. I think I folded it that way. All right, let's try this again. Yeah, that's the right way. It looks cute. It's definitely a twist headband. I just want to see, I mean, it feels soft, but I just want to see like how that is wearing it. So I'm gonna try it on. Now it's probably gonna be too small for my head though. So here's the finished product. It fits. It's definitely a little too tight, so I took it from 22 to 18, and then since I had to cut it off and redo it, probably took off almost another half an inch. So I probably will make them 20 to see how that works. I'm gonna watch a couple more videos, or some of the ones I already watched, because it looks like it doesn't lay as flat, and that just might be because of the serge is thicker than a regular stitch. But I really like to use the serge because it's definitely a lot stronger. So yeah, I'm gonna watch a couple more videos. Then I have some cut out to make with this fabric. It's a really pretty stretchy velvet. So I'm gonna use those. You know what? I just realized that I cut those the wrong way. Didn't I? Oh, that one's the right way. See, this velvet is stretchy, really stretchy one way, and then not so stretchy, just a tiny bit stretchy. So this one's cut the right way because I wanted to stretch that way, but I accidentally cut this one the wrong way. So I could probably make this one and just keep it for myself. But yeah, when you're cutting it out, definitely, all right, this one's good. Definitely make sure that you stretch your fabric, because some fabrics are 4-way stretch, and they stretch great all 4 ways, like all directions. But this one's only a 2-way stretch. Even though it stretches just a little bit this way, it's not really. So you got to make sure that you do cut it the way that you need it to stretch. So I'm going to try to make up these. I do have to find my black serger thread though, because I don't want to use white. That's going to show up too much. But I did make all these beautiful scrunchies out of that material. I love how they came out. This one is like the oversized, which I'm calling grand scrunchie. And this one is the regular, which I'm just going to call classic scrunchie. And then I have the smaller ones, which are like the minis, which I'm going to call petite scrunchies. So I have 3 sizes, and I actually did something, I think I've said it before, but I made the elastic inside a little bit different. So I made this elastic inside smaller because people with thin hair, they can't wear, it's harder for them to wear if the elastic is really big. So this one has 6-inch elastic in it. So if you have thinner hair, you can wrap this around your hair twice. And this one has 7-inch elastic in it, which is like the normal. Most people make their scrunchies with 7-inch elastic, like from the top scrunchie people that I'd watched videos from. So that's a classic. And then the oversize is going to be great for thick hair. It has 8-inch elastic in it. So it'll be easier for people with thick hair or curly hair to wrap it around. And you could still wear this one if you have normal hair, but you could probably get it around 3 times. But I know like people with thicker hair want a bigger scrunchie because then you can see it and it's not getting lost in all your hair. But yeah, that's what I made. I've made a lot of scrunchies so far. They're really fun to make, and they just like showcase the pretty fabrics so well. But I've made like 50 scrunchies, so I really hope that I can sell all these at my markets that I'm doing. I have started listing them on my Etsy shop, so I just gotta really get some good photos. Like, I can never find the lighting, and I think I showed, yeah, I've been taking photos right here at certain times. The lighting comes in really well, and it's been working, so I just have to get all those product photos done. Next week is Halloween, and we are going to Cherokee. We only have 4 more weeks here before we go back to Virginia. So we're going to go to Cherokee one last time. Hopefully there'll be some fall foliage that we get to check out. And then we're going to go to Atlanta for Halloween. It's still such a mess here after the hurricane, tropical storm. There's trees cut up all over the streets, so I don't think a lot of people are going to be doing trick-or-treating here. A lot of the events for trick-or-treating, like trunk or treats and stuff, already got canceled. So we're just gonna go to Atlanta to stay with our family again and trick-or-treat in their neighborhood. And then tomorrow, actually, I am gonna take you guys along to, there's a Jack O Lantern Jubilee. It's in South Carolina, but like I've said before, the border of Georgia and South Carolina is really close to us, so it's only 15 minutes away. And they are still doing that event. It's like an all-day event, and they're gonna have vendors and food and like live music. So we're gonna go, me and my little one are gonna go check that out tomorrow. I did forget though, we had family come to visit and they took some stuff with them, and they took my wagon, which is so great. So I'm not gonna have the wagon. They had to take some stuff because of course we accumulated more stuff as we've been living here the past 6 months, and we are not gonna have enough room to pack it back all onto our car. So they took some stuff with them, and since the wagon was really big, they took the wagon. So I don't have that. So we will see how long we last at the event, just him walking around. But I'm going to take you guys, so hopefully it'll be cool to check out. And yeah, I'm going to cut out more. I have a lot of different fabrics that I got, the stretchy fabrics, so I'm going to cut out more and probably just sew the ones I can with white thread before I change it, because like I said, I have to find my black thread, and I will show you guys what I make. Talk to you soon. Hi guys, so I'm just gonna cut out some fabric for some headbands right now, and in a little bit my boyfriend's coming to bring back the car. We only have one car here, so he had to be at work at 7 a.m. and I didn't want to get up that early to drop him off, so he's bringing back the car. Luckily his work is only 3 minutes away, literally. So he's gonna bring that back, and then we're gonna drop him off back at work, and we're gonna go over the border to South Carolina and go to the Jack O Lantern Jubilee. They're gonna have vendors there, so we're gonna check out that market, see if there's anything cool. But yeah, I have about 45 minutes before he gets here, so I'm just gonna cut out as many headbands as I can, and then later when we get back home, I am going to sew them up. But yeah, I'm still, like I said, I made that one 18 inches, and then I made a mistake, so it was actually smaller, but it was too tight. So I'm gonna make it 20 inches to see if that one is good. I know everyone has a different head size, but I don't want it to be loose where it falls off, because I know that can get annoying. And I don't want it to be too tight where it gives you a headache. Even though this material is soft, if it's way too tight, it still can hurt your head a little, but we will see. side, which is great to put on the fabric so it doesn't move around. So I definitely recommend if you're trying to make any patterns. This one is, how long is this one? This is actually 14.5 inches long. So you can make any pattern that's that long and cut it out. And I use this for my makeup bags, my zipper pouches, my coin purses, my book sleeves. I cut out patterns from all these. But yeah, and then I just use this scrap extra piece that I have as a guide to cut like a straight line. That way you don't have to draw anything on the fabric. It makes it a lot easier. And also, like I said, remember to cut on the side that's more stretchy, because I just made that mistake again. This has a lot of stretch both ways, but it's a lot more stretchy this way. So you definitely want to cut on the side, the lengthwise on this more stretchy side.
Sit down, and I will call Lexi, just tell him.
Looks like the vendors are down this way. All the food trucks are that way, and they got a bunch of bounce houses and stuff this way. We're gonna head down to the vendor area. This booth is super busy.
Straight legs all
They
the
have
way down.
2 more
Very
rows
nice.
of vendors down this street.
Now come on up. Feet together. I want you to round your back, stretch your upper body, triceps deltoids.
We've got gator meat, chairs, candles. Even another street full of vendors. We got a dog tank. the fourth crocheter.
Is this a dino nugget? Is it a dino?
You got a blue tongue? Yep. So, I haven't started sewing anything. I'm still cutting, and I got this cute heart fabric that I'm cutting into headbands and scrunchies. This one is playing over here. I've only got this much cut so far, so about like 15 headbands, and then some scrunchies here with the same material. Ended up buying this cute mug from that one lady. I thought it was so adorable with the little ladybugs and the little ladybug right there. I'm about to use it right now and make this chai tea latte mix from Trader Joe's. Let's see how that tastes. Haven't tried it yet. And put it in my new mug. Hello, Riley. But this is the free magnet I got when I bought my little mug. She gave free magnets out. It's made of, you know, ceramic. And she hand painted the little face. I thought it was so cute. And this is her business, Melodious Mudworks. She actually makes her own little tags. I thought that was a good idea. She like puts a QR code sticker in there. But she just uses a stamp and a sticker. But it's a good idea to make your own tags with a stamp. I really need to get my own stamp so I can stamp my bags and my tags. Well, that was a fun festival. It was called the Jack O Lantern Jubilee, but it didn't have hardly any pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns or like Halloween themed stuff, which I thought was kind of weird, but that's Riley. But it was a fun and cute market. They had a lot of goodies. I was really hoping to get some sourdough bread there, but they didn't have any. They had a bread place, but it was not like the regular sourdough I was looking for, and it was actually really hot today. It's been really nice, but today was 87, and like the bread they had there was all melted and it didn't look that great, but I'm excited to go back to Atlanta because I found this bakery there and it is amazing. I forgot what it was called, but I will try to get some footage of it when I go there next week. But some of the best like baked goods and bread I've ever had. And but we got some treats. We got some cake, we got some snow cones and Italian ice, and they had a Ferris wheel. We didn't ride it though because I brought the wagon and all my stuff, and I was kind of like sketchy about leaving that at the bottom while we like waited in line and went on the Ferris wheel. And they had a lot of cool vendors there. Unfortunately, they had 4 or 5, I can't remember, crochet vendors there. And I don't know, it's kind of disheartening because it's so oversaturated. And I just hear all the videos I watch, I hear more and more people say how oversaturated their markets are with crochet vendors. And a lot of the markets, like when I was looking at markets when I go back home, it actually said on there, no more, there was a few, it said like no more jewelry vendors no more candle vendors, but no more crochet vendors either. So they're not even accepting them anymore. But like I said, I'm still thinking about where I want to take my business. And I enjoy crocheting. It is a lot of work though. And then if I do a lot, like if I'm crocheting a lot of things like every day, it does give me pain in my wrist. So I am worried if I like continue to do that and decided to take my business like that way. Buddy, turn off your bubble gun. Daddy, no. That it might give me some like damage or carpal tunnel down the road. But yeah, like I said, I am definitely just reevaluating where I want to take my business, if I want to keep some crochet in, if I want to keep doing amigurumi. I'll see, like I have a lot that I made in the past few months of amigurumi, probably like 30 to 40 little animals. So when I do these markets back home, I'll see how well they sell, see how many other crochet vendors are there, and I'm just going to think about it. Like the end of the year, January is a really slow time for small businesses, so I'll just think about everything I want to do with my business during that time. Like I said, I really love sewing, and that doesn't cause me any pain. It doesn't cause me any wrist pain or back pain sitting in the chair. So yeah, I'm definitely going to keep like sewing items. It's just whether or not I want to keep crocheting. I've sold a few plushies on Etsy, mostly like the Dotson pattern I made. I've sold like 5 or 6 of my Dotsons, because I don't really think there's a lot of people out there making Dotsons and selling them, the plushies. But other than that, like I don't really sell any plushies on Etsy. I sell more of my items that I sew, like makeup bags and book sleeves and zipper pouches. So those seem to do better for me online. So yeah, a lot to think about. But thank you guys so much for coming along with me, going through all the stuff in my life and my small business. I hope you enjoy watching these videos, and please like it if you like this video. Consider subscribing to my channel if you're not already subscribed. It really helps out my channel a lot, and I will see you guys in the next video.